Okay, here we go, right on to how to use anchor fingers. Didn't really give my fingers a rest, but they actually do recover pretty quickly. You don't see the lines anymore, and it's probably not even been 2 minutes. So, what are anchor fingers?
Hey, how you doing, Justin? Back with you again for a lesson all about anchor fingers. Now, I kind of touched on it there when I was talking about the A chord, in that the first finger is in the same fret for both our A chord and a D chord. And whenever we're changing chords, and we can keep a finger either on the same fret or on the same string at least, we can refer to it as an anchor finger, and it makes changing chords a lot easier. So the common kind of progression for beginners is the first thing, the first hurdle that you have to
By the way, I can't figure out whether he's American, British, or Australian, or something else.
overcome is the finger pain. Okay, it's going to hurt a little bit. Probably most of the first lesson you're just more worried about the finger pain than anything else. The very next thing, the next problem, is changing between the chords fast enough. Okay, that becomes the next obstacle, and that's something that we're going to work on again in this lesson. The anchor fingers thing is one of the ingredients that will help you learn to make your changes really fast and really smooth. So let's have a little bit of a close-up look at the anchor finger that we can use today for the change between the A chord and the D chord. So let's start off with our D chord.
Oh no.
We've got the fingers in position now. I'm not pressing hard. I've got them in the right place. But if I strummed right now, I'm not even getting a sound out of that chord. Okay?
Wait, I've forgotten which string you don't play. I think it's just the first string. I don't even remember, but I think that sounds okay.
I'm not trying to press the fingers down. I'm just trying to get them in the right position. Again, we've got enough time we're going to spend pressing down our soft fingers on the hard metal strings. We want to do...
In that case... There you go.
Any practice that we can where we're practicing just pressing the fingers really lightly. And practicing this chord change, the anchor finger, we don't need to press hard. Okay, makes it even, in fact, a little harder. It's easier if you keep your fingers nice and relaxed. So try and get your fingers in position. First finger, second finger, third finger. Now to move to the A chord, we leave first finger down and we lift second and third fingers up. We need to slide first finger back just a little bit. Then we're going to put down the second finger and put down the third finger, and we've got our A chord.
Oh,
We're not even going to worry about strumming it when we're working on our anchor finger practice. We're just going to leave first finger down and lift second and third fingers back up. Slide the first finger forward a bit, put down second finger and third finger. Again, we're not pressing hard. Lift off second and third finger, slide the first...
I find it quite difficult putting down this second finger. It feels like there's not enough flesh there. It feels like still the nail gets in the way somehow. It feels like maybe I need to go flatter or something when I put this down.
First finger back a bit, second finger, third finger. That's our A chord. Second and third finger off, leave first finger down, slide it up a bit. Second finger, third finger. Off, slide it back, put them down. Off, slide them forward, put them down.
Definitely feels easier to put down the third finger first and then the second for the D chord. Because otherwise it's like I go and then I have to try and twist my second finger in there. Yeah, I find that really tricky.
The anchor finger practice, literally doing this. You don't have to worry about strumming the chord. You don't have to worry about any of that other stuff. We're just trying to develop a kind of a fluid movement between the two chords using our anchor finger to help guide where the other fingers go. Now, eventually, you'll find that the fingers can find their own way there pretty easily, but that takes a little bit of practice beyond the anchor finger into a thing I call the 1-minute changes.
Yeah, that is not easy. Even though I think I probably always struggled with that, putting down that second finger. So it just feels so much more easier to put the third one down first and then the second, even though they're supposed to be down at the same time. But I can't seem to do that. Put them down at once. And then 1 minute changes is going to be the exercise to do it quickly. So, should I just do that now, maybe? Yeah, I think I might just do that now. So, here we go. Oh, it's a 5-minute
Hey,
video.
how you doing? Justin here, and today I'm going to share with you what I think is probably the most important exercise in this entire course. It is the 1-minute changes. We're going to pick 2 chords and change between them as many times as we can in 1 minute. Sounds pretty simple. Actually, it is a relatively simple exercise, but the benefits are huge. As I already mentioned, the first hurdle that beginners have is dealing with the finger pain. That's generally pretty horrible for a couple of weeks and gradually gets better. It should be pretty much gone after a couple of months, if not sooner. The next challenge is making the chord changes fast enough to be able to play a song, because you can't really play a song.
The problem in my case is I haven't even picked up a guitar for 5 years, so yeah, it comes back when you don't use it.
Just with one chord. There might be a song here or there that's just one chord, but most songs have multiple chords, so learning to change between the chords is the thing that you need to be able to do to play any songs. It's also the fact that we count the changes in the 1-minute changes exercise is a fantastic motivational tool, because you actually get to see your progress. There's no question about it. Sometimes when you learn a guitar, it's like, oh, have I really got better? I've done all of this practice. But with 1 minute...
I actually had a little book where I wrote down all my 1-minute changes, but again, like 5-6 years ago, so I don't even know where that book is anymore. But I would like to find it again to see how better I was back then compared to now, because yeah, it's the opposite for me because I haven't been practicing. So mine's going to be terrible now and better in the past.
Minute changes, because you're writing the number of changes down each practice session. You can see yourself go from, like, I did 5 changes this minute, and then the next day I did 10, and then the next day I did 25, and it's quantifiable. It's a really fantastic motivational tool, so I definitely encourage you to be using the practice routine generator on my site, or the...
I don't even remember how many I did, if I managed 1 per second back then. I think it's possible I did, or close to 1 per second. You know, I definitely did more than 25. It might have been like 50 something per minute. But I don't really remember which chord change that was. Whether it was A to D or D to E or something. It might have been, I might have possibly done as high as that for all of them, but it's hard to say when I don't have that book with me. I might be overestimating how much I did.
1-minute changes counter in the app, or at the very least a piece of paper and a pen, and writing down how many chord changes you do with each practice session. So I've already given you the idea. Right now we've only got 2 chords to change between, which is...
Well, I do have this book with me here, but I don't like writing in books. You know, like an actual... well, a notebook is different, but even notebooks I feel like, yeah, you know, don't want to ruin it. So I probably won't ruin this beginner's course textbook, but maybe I will. But it's recorded for YouTube anyway, so that's, you know, it's there.
Is the A chord and the D chord. So the first thing I recommend you do is just actually make the chord changes a few times. So we're doing A to D today. It's the only 2 chords that we know. So just remembering to use the anchor finger there. Just trying to get the chord nice and fresh before we go into doing the 1-minute changes. The object of the exercise of 1-minute changes is to do fast chord changes. They're allowed to be a little bit sloppy. I know this might seem a little bit weird, but the accuracy of the finger placement isn't the key thing. They should be on the right string and in the right fret. But the rest of it is kind of forgivable. If the notes aren't quite ringing out as clearly as you'd like or whatever, that's okay. That's why we do the chord perfect practice as well. So chord perfect practice is about making the chords sound really good. 1-minute changes is about making the changes really fast. And if you practice those 2 things separately, after a few weeks you'll find they start to come together, and you'll find that you're doing very fast and accurate chord changes. But in the initial stages, those 2 things might seem a little bit distant. So you're doing your 1-minute changes and you're like, oh, these chords aren't ringing out right, you know, it's not good enough. It's okay. If you've got any doubt, go and watch my left-handed practice, the Nitsudge lessons, where I'm starting out doing these chord changes. It's a bit of a fumble fest. You know, there's lots of duff notes coming out, and that's totally all right. So once you've got your fingers, they kind of know roughly where they're going to go. You're going to hit start on the timer, and then you're going to go do as many as you can. You're going to strum each chord, and you're going to count each time you do a chord change. I usually count the first one as well, so I'd hit start and I go...
I guess I'll use my phone for
1,
this. The timer on my phone.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Hang on.
Going through and counting out loud so that you can count your changes. Now, ideally, what we're looking for is a flow. So even if it's real slow...
Wow, this always happens when I go to my timer. Look at that. 763 hours, is it? I'm not even sure. It might be 763. Who knows? It might be 40. Is that 42 representing the hours, or is it the 763? I don't know. But that's a big number. So, anyway. I'm just putting that here so I can see. Yeah. Wait, timer is different, but whatever.
Trying to get like a flow going from one chord to the next. Just so you've got like a pulse to it. Because once you've got a pulse, you can start trying to speed it up. Ideally, like the long-term thing I think is that you...
Wait. I need to remember how to even play this. So, like, hang on. I have this book here, so I'm just looking. Oh. I need to find out the actual tab, I guess. That's what I'm looking for. So A is, okay, you don't play the... No, never mind. That's a different thing. So, cause I kind of need to remember that. Okay, so for D, you don't play the first two. That's what I wanted to remember. D, you don't play the first two, but for A, it's just the first one you don't play. So, yeah. So that's, you know, I have to remember that as well. D is, like this, and A is like this. So D, you don't play the first two. A, you don't play the first one. So I have to remember that as well. So that's going to be annoying. I guess I should have practiced more the different chords on their own before rushing into this, I guess. Let me just check. Yeah, I had a feeling that would be in the way. Here we go.
You want to get to 60 changes in a minute. That's a chord change every second. For sure you won't be doing that in your first week. Okay, but that's, if you can do 60 chord changes of a particular pair of chords, I'd say you don't need to practice it anymore. Okay? So that's the object. To pass the first grade, I would usually say, and to get through this lesson, I'd say that you want to get up around 30 changes in a minute.
Okay.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc.
Oh no. Nope. This is how slow I am. See, I keep forgetting as well. See, that what I just did there was I did all the strings but the top one, when for the D chord it's supposed to be you don't do the top two. So I already forgot that. No, that's not it. Yeah. No. No. I'm not even going to be able to do like 2 at this rate. Yeah, because I'm having to remember finger position and that I can't really do properly yet. And the strings. And trying to keep this in my ear because it keeps falling out. Complicated. No. Yeah, this one is causing me some trouble for some reason. Everything's ruined. D. No wait, it's not that one, it's this. Oh no. Oh no. See, this keeps on going like that for some reason. Against my will. Not that one. And then... There, I did that. But now I can't go back to it. Yeah, I'm struggling to even do the chord once. Or twice. There. I think I really should have got used to, you know, the soreness first before coming onto the chord changes, but getting used to practicing the individual chords.
Up to 30. If you can get 30 changes done in a minute, that's enough to move on to the next lesson. To pass the grade out is 30, but really 60 is that's the target that you want to try and reach with all of the chord changes. You're going to find some chord changes harder than others. Of course, this week we've only got one. But as we move on further down the course and we introduce more chords, there are more different changes. So you want to work on the ones that you're finding the hardest. Do let me know in the comments below how you're getting on with this. How many chord changes did you get through the very first time that you had a go at doing your 1 minute changes, and how fast did you progress? It's a really fun thing. Definitely if you do it and you're feeling like, oh, I can't do it, I'm hopeless, go and watch me try it left-handed the first time. You'll see me struggle with it as well. It's dead normal. Just stick at it. Okay, that's the thing. A little practice often is the way forward in these beginner stages.
Why was he practicing left-handed? That seems not comparable somehow. So, bars and strumming on one. So, yeah. I didn't actually try with the timer yet, so here we go. Oh no, I need to put it into place. There we go. I've already forgotten. There we go. One. Oh no, it's not one yet. Oh no. Do I even count that? That was not correct. There, that was nice. Nope. Nope. He did say it could be sloppy, so that's the only reason I'm not making sure, I guess. Oh no. Seems like I can do A okay. I actually would rather do it slower and try and get it correct, to be honest. Or at least somewhat correct. Oh, I'm past a minute already. I wasn't paying attention. I'm on like 1 minute 20 now. So, I don't know, you can count how much that was. It's probably not even worth counting. Most of them weren't even good. So, yeah, maybe no, I won't bother editing in the count because most of them were terrible. At least half of them. But, let me know if anyone's watching. Well, I can tell which ones were, you know, dud, as they say, which ones were not good. So, today I think I've done okay today. I've learnt the D chord again, the A chord, and done a 1 minute change exercise. So, tomorrow I'll probably, I don't know, will I bother trying the strumming? I don't have a pick yet. It's coming on Friday, so that's annoying. But, yeah. He didn't even have an app last time I was practicing. Now he has an app. I don't know if I'll download it or not because I have phone storage issues, as always. But, there you go. Bye!